And now, it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, rock cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. And Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and Rock Cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa. We're in the mighty 1090 studios with Mr. John Ireland from Rancho, Leonero and Baja's East Cape. We're going to be talking fishing. Man, down in the Baja, it's hot. It's hot here in Southern California, and you stay tuned. This is Southern California's sport fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
The new Shimano Torium HG is here, and you'll be able to experience this fantastic reel now at your local Shimano dealer. The new Torium is up to 30% smaller than the previous generation, but still has the same line capacity. The smaller S compact body design and one-piece die-cast aluminum frame provides more rigidity and lighter weight. Torium now has EI surface treatment and is tested up to 700 times the corrosion resistance of past models. The new Shimano Torium HG is not only better on the outside, the inside is amazing, with a cross-carbon drag providing up to 24 pounds of drag pressure from a Star Drag reel. It has a sealed roller clutch and 6.2 to 1 brass gears. The machined aluminum handle has a larger knob to make it easy to crank in the big fish. The new lightweight aluminum spool gives you better casting and control. Available in 3 sizes, the Torium HG is the next evolution in compact, rigid, and powerful saltwater Star Drag reels. Get it now at your local Shimano dealers. Great boats, free parking, and a fully stocked tackle shop. Just a few of the reasons Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top charter boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Eclipse, Apollo, Outer Limits, Pacific Star, El Gato Dos, Alexis, Pride, Privateer, Tribute, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth Sea Watch in San Diego offer the finest half, 3/4, and full-day trips available. Check out the full-service tackle store at Seaforth Sport Fishing. And it's all run by fishermen for fishermen. 1717 Quivira Road, just off Mission Bay Drive in Mission Bay. Book online at seaforthlanding.com.
My Angler H2O. I will never use that fakey fluorescent pink bait or drag my hula popper through the mud. I will outmaneuver drought-exposed stumps, rocks, and submerged station wagons. And outsmart the ravenous river otter. I will save water by taking shorter showers for higher lakes. And I will always, always wear my life jacket.
What's your H2O? Tell us at BoatCalifornia.com. The California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways reminds you to wear it, California.
Are you as excited about spring fishing as I am? The water stayed warm all winter, which means it's shaping up to be one of the best seasons ever to get out on the water. It's also shaping up to be one of the best seasons ever to visit your Ford dealer. The all-new F-150s are starting to roll in. With over 100 new patents, it's guaranteed to be a game changer. The new Mustang also has everyone buzzing. You've got to check it out. And the new Fusion, Focus, and Escape are better than ever. Fuel efficient and loaded with technology. There's as much interest in these new Fords as there is in spring fishing. In fact, Ford was the most searched automotive brand on Google last year. And once again, it's America's best-selling brand based on 2014 calendar year sales, which makes Ford the brand more people search, buy, and buy again. There's a lot to be excited about this spring, whether you're after tuna, yellowtail, halibut, or a brand new Ford. So visit your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Wow, all the lines are already packed. They must be anticipating Mr. Ireland.
You know who's
in
here
the
today.
house. Yes, indeed. Good morning, John.
I'm here. Thank you, Peter.
Morning.
Rick.
Yeah, great to have you in the studio here. And
Good to be here.
Yeah, what's going on in a beautiful Rancho Leonero?
Well, we had a kind of a slow start, to be honest with you. Fishing was so-so early spring, but last 2 weeks it's just really picked up, and in a big way. Pretty much everything's biting that can bite down there, with maybe the exception of blue marlin, and they are picking up a few blue marlin north, my understanding is as well. Yellowfin, Dorado, lots and lots of striped marlin.
Big yellowfin this week.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, big yellowfin, and early. This is early for the yellowfin. Normally they're a July, starting in July, August, September, October fish. So Yesterday they were in real close. They were just right off the front and off the lighthouse, no more than 5 or 6 miles off. Schools of porpoise holding yellowfin, a lot of smaller fish, but some nice ones, some 30, 40 pounders mixed in there. My understanding is a couple boats went north, a couple of the fleet boats. I think they're Palmas boats, picked up 100 plus pounders.
Yeah, I saw the pictures. Beautiful.
Yeah,
fish.
3 or 4 of them north under the porpoise. Those that are adventurous and want to get out there, the big fish are apparently 30, 40 miles off under fast-moving schools of porpoise, and get out there in front of them. And kind of catch as catch can, but the success rate has been pretty good. About 3/4 of the boats have been picking up tuna that have been rolling outside. So you know what I'm going to do when I get back down there?
What?
I'm going to fish Wednesday. I'm going to go roll out
and try and find a 100-pounder?
Cover some ground and look for
there you go.
That's awesome.
And,
that'll be fun.
Awesome. And roll and get on the front of them. And,
well, you got to warm it up for the Let's Talk Hookup tournament that starts a week from today.
Well, if it follows, last 2 years have been dynamite. So
I
don't know how hopefully if we can compare to the last 2 years, it's going to be great. I keep parroting the numbers. Old Bob Bloom will back me up on this. But I think last year it was average 2.5 marlin release per boat per day.
Per boat per day.
Per day in the tourney, yeah.
Pretty impressive. And tournament, you're talking about tournament director Bob Blum?
Tournament director Bob
Blum. Yeah. And his lovely assistant Carol?
Yes, sir.
They'll be there.
They do
running
all the work.
tournament.
They make it easy for Pete here.
Yeah, they do.
He just drinks a few margies and enjoys the tournament.
We're hosting the tournament, right?
Absolutely. I'm right with you.
When you find perfection, you don't change it. And Bob's got it dialed.
How can you beat Bob?
That's right.
So it's like,
I might add to the pitch for last year is we had, if you remember, over 70 roosterfish released over 50 pounds. You remember that? On top of the
unbelievable,
on top of the 2.5 marlin released average, that's mixed into that.
How's the rooster fishing this year?
Good. Good. I don't think it's quite what it was last year, but everything's improving. And I've been out with the baby for 2 weeks. So.
Yeah, that's right. Congratulations, Grandpa.
I haven't officially got to say it.
Man,
that's awesome.
Thank you. Sure is. Big kid. He's actually 22.5 inches now. They measured him at 20 inches at the hospital, and then he got to the pediatrician a week later, and they mismeasured him. He was actually 22. A nice 20.
Wow.
That's a big kid.
And what's his name?
Medium-sized John. John boy. We're going to have some fun. He's going to be a fisherman for sure.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Well, congratulations to Jeannie and of course to you too. Wow.
Thanks, yeah. Well,
first grandkid.
I forgot how much work and all that it is. It's great to be grandpa. I kind of drop in and out and to get my goodwill, and that will continue in the future. I'll just spoil him and do the grandpa thing and then drop him back off. It's going to be good.
That's cool, John.
But it's a lot of work. I forgot how much work kids are. Jeannie's doing a good job. She's going to be a great mom.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. And what about Dad?
Dad is all over it too, He really is, and it's great to see him. They're real happy, and it's one of those deals where everybody's real happy.
Yeah, he's a good man for sure. So tell us about the ranch. Those of our listeners that are not familiar with the ranch, you just recently received your 4th gold star from TripAdvisor.
Certificate of Excellence from TripAdvisor, and that's the top 5 hotels that are on TripAdvisor. And that's pretty darn good, especially when you consider most of the hotels we're competing with, you just stay in the hotel. We do everything. We provide all activities. We feed the guests. We literally pick them up from the airport and drop them off. So the fact that we are so highly reviewed means we're doing a lot of things right. But it also means we have more opportunities for screw-ups. So I'm real proud of the job we're doing. We've got great employees. It's unique. Our employees, are probably on the East Cape. It's unique because all the hotels down in Cabo now and all that, 3/4 of the employees are from the mainland, and our employees are 100% local. They live right around in there, and they're nice people. They're really the local people we have are the best. I've been living with them now for 35 years.
Yeah. The
They're
local
gentle,
Mexican people are just great people.
And very proud of you can tell that everybody has a sense of pride of the ranch. Like everybody that works there, it's their own.
I think the mean is like 24 years for the employees. That's tenure of the
24 years.
24. That's the mean. Some of
you
them
must take good care of them,
30.
John.
I do. I love them. They're my family, and we do take good care of them. And they're proud of the product and the hotel, and I'm proud of them, and everybody does a good job. Consequently, the guests are always happy. And I did a couple of new ads, and we talked about the employees knowing the guests. And, they really do know most of the guests by name. Now we've had so many repeaters over the years. And I also mentioned that most of the guests know each other. It's gotten to the stage of the game, so very intimate. It's like you can go into the hotel and not know anybody all by yourself, and by the end of the day, pretty much know everybody that's there and all the employees and everything else. Try doing that at a Hyatt or a Hilton, you get lost in the crowd. So
absolutely.
It's different. It's unique, and we're proud of it.
That's
it's a
awesome.
Special spot.
Should be.
No question. It certainly is. And, everybody always, they hear that by the way, you just talked about cutting some new ads. Our amazing magician, Bill Corkery from Bill Corkery Productions in Mission Valley there. Bill is a magic man. Yeah, he does a great job. And people listen to those spots, so you'll hear a whole new series starting next week here on Let's Talk Hookup. But people always come up to me and they go, "Is that John Ireland guy and that Rancho Leonero sounds so cool. Is it really like that?" I go, "Yeah,
it really is
like that. It's really that. Those spots depict the feel and the ambiance of Rancho Leonero. It's just a mellow, great place. Like, people, we're going on the ranch, down to the ranch, and people are, they're really into fishing. And, of course, I'm into fishing. I love to fish. But, I've been invited on a couple fishing expeditions while I'm down there. And it's like, I'm not sure how much I'm going to fish. I'm just going to just enjoy the ambiance of Rancho Leonero.
Well, it's
hang out on the beach and kayak and snorkel and walk the beach and go fishing. And I mean, it's just... There's so much to do. You can do so much without ever stepping foot on a boat and going fishing.
There's lots to do. And it's interesting where every year the hotel improves, the occupancy goes up, and we're ever since '08 we're really improving. But something we're noticing is per number of guests, the boat departures are kind of going down a little bit, and that's because people are hanging around the hotel more and fishing a little less, and that's good for us. It means they're enjoying the hotel and coming for other things just besides the fishing.
Besides fishing.
Yeah. And that's a beautiful thing as far as I'm concerned. And especially the fishing, as good as it's been in the last couple of weeks, the timing's actually been good because in the spring, when we have a lot of families and all that, fishing's normally not quite as good. Inshore fishing's good, but outside's not as good. And people just aren't fishing as much, so that works for us all around, too. Where a family will come in where they would, if they were all fishermen, they would fish every day. The family comes in and fishes 1 or 2 days a week and snorkels and fools around the ranch and has a great time.
Sure. Well, and the thing about the ranch, give us a kind of a lowdown of the season. How does the season work with the temperatures and, when the weather and such like that? What's the rundown of the months that you're open and fishing and such like that?
Well, it's pretty much March through October for us, and that's when the north winds are allowing us to fish. It's funny, it's vicarious. You never know. Like this year, February, there wasn't a day in February that the wind blew. I wish we were open and the fishing.
Such a weird year.
Yeah, and fishing was very good in February as well. So you never know, but spring is really nice down there. There's really it's seasonal, unlike Hawaii where it's pretty temperate and pretty even all year round the same. It's seasonal for us, so it gets cold in the wintertime, and the mornings will be down.
It gets all the way down to like 60.
No, it'll get down to 50. It'll get in the spring in the morning. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes it gets down to 50 degrees. It heats up fast as soon as it comes up. It'll cook back up. But it's cool evenings and morning, which I like, and then warm days, and that's through the spring. And then it gets warmer, of course, in July, August, September. That's why we have all the new air conditioners. And but one thing about it is always on the water. All the boats are well shaded and always on the water. It's comfortable on the water always. It's always amazing when you get off the boat and hit the beach how much hotter it is when you finally get off the boat and realize, geez, it's hot inland, and because it's always cooler outside.
It's much cooler around the beach, and you're like on the end of a point too. So you're 10, 12 degrees cooler than say it would be in town.
Yeah, I used to have a Coke thermometer on the front porch there, and I used to advertise that if that thermometer hit 100 degrees, your stay was free, and I never had to pay.
Never
I had to do a lot of bending of the needle. But it does stay cool in front because of that water moderation. It's just like us here in San Diego, if you go 30 miles inland, it's going to be a lot warmer.
30 miles.
But it's or 20 miles, or 10 miles. But it's even more pronounced there. You go 200 or 300 yards.
Yeah, inland. You go right in like into the canyon there at Leonero, and you can really feel the heat.
Yeah, but it never gets so uncomfortable. Not like I went to school at ASU in Phoenix, so I know.
That's hot. You know hot.
I know hot. It never gets that hot. And people think it's going to be hotter further south down in Cabo San Lucas, and it's really up in the midriff. It's hotter, L.A. Bay. And
so it's hotter like in Loretto, La Paz.
Yeah, that's part of the Sonora Desert. That just extends right across there. That's that whole. They have that biosphere now that they're doing. That's part of the Sonora Desert that goes across. And so it's hotter up there. You betcha. It's a lot hotter.
So back to fishing. There were some rumors of some wahoo already. Is that true?
Yeah. How could that be already?
Get on the website and look. I haven't seen any real big ones, but a lot of 20, 30, 40 pounders. I mean, 2 or 3 a day.
Wow.
And, inside. And it's been like that pretty much. It's been one of the fish that's been kind of consistent. It's never. But we've been seeing 2 or 3 a day pretty much consistently for about the last month and a half.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it is. And a lot of bite-offs, too. Very few wire leaders and a lot of monofilaments. So you get lots and lots of
bite-offs. There's a lot of that around. But, that's a cool thing about the Rancho Leonero website. You can link that right on the Let's Talk Hookup links page, hookup1090.com. Go to our links page, and you can click right on the Rancho Leonero logo there, and it takes you right to Rancho Leonero. And you've got a live picture every day of the ranch, right?
We do, It's right off the front porch, and it overlooks the pier.
You can see exactly what it looks like right now.
I'm looking at it as we speak.
It looks pretty good,
cool.
right?
It's awesome. I can think about how much I'd like to be sitting right there
right
now.
They've been fighting with the camera, and it looks a little clearer than it has been. We had to put in a new camera. So actually, the weather, the hurricane knocked it out of kilter. So
it looks good now.
Camera, I think a lot of other people are doing it too. We used to be solely the only one that had the camera overlooking the East Cape.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, you can see it just tempts you to go down there.
It totally
and the thing
does.
about it is, you could be there in an hour and 40 minutes from San Diego, 2 hours from Los Angeles. There's nonstop flights, I believe, 3 times a day from San Diego.
That's crazy.
2 times a day from Los Angeles. You can fly from Orange County 1 time a day,
That's
I believe.
Alaska.
Is that right?
That's Alaska. Geez, there must be 7 or 8 out of L.A. different airlines.
So,
that's
that many out of L.A.
It's crazy.
Are they still flying out of Ontario,
it's
too?
really interesting. Cabo San Lucas Airport, second busiest airport in Mexico.
Really?
Behind Mexico.
Behind Mexico City, which is saying
when I was down there, the airport wasn't there when I started down. It wasn't even there.
It wasn't even there. And now it's the second busiest airport.
Makes me feel old,
Yeah, it's a busy airport.
Oh, it's really busy. It's really busy. Say second busiest in all of Mexico.
And you've planned things right. You can fly down there for $300 round trip.
Yeah.
And the hidden story is you can actually consistently do it for $100 each way on Volaris out of Tijuana. For us here in San Diego, you can honestly get $100 one-way tickets all day long now.
Yeah, and once they build that cross-border bridge
that's going to be
straight into the airport, which is supposed to be completed by the end of the year.
Right. Well,
you'll be able to park on the U.S. side and walk across straight into the airport.
You basically will be walking, like you say, not only just into Mexico, you basically walk right into the airport, hop on your plane, and take off.
It's close now, so it's easy going in. I mean, it's crazy easy. It's actually easier than Lindbergh, I think, going down. It's coming back up where you got to go across the border and clear the border and all that.
But that'll eliminate that.
Well, we're suggesting is a lot of people go down on Volaris, go down the easy way because they're selling one-way tickets, and then come back Spirit, which is cheap too, and then go through San Diego Customs on the way back.
Yeah, well, Alaska and Spirit are pretty close. Their fares are pretty close. So
are they
especially
really?
out of San Diego, absolutely.
Spirit used to be more reasonable.
Yeah. What do you and I fly, John?
No, we got to work on. We're miles.
We got to go on Alaska, right?
We're MVP
plus it's better service.
You see, we're both MVP gold, so we got to maintain our.
And Alaska doesn't.
Alaska's got better service. Bottom line, you got to give credit where credit's due, and they've done a great job.
No, they do. They do a great job.
Spirit just nickels and dimes you on all those things.
Yeah,
and you jump on that Alaska flight, and it's clean and it's nice and it's easy and there's no hassles and no doubt,
no question about it.
Customer satisfaction, they're rated number 2, I think, of all the airlines in the world.
They do a great job. Absolutely. That's why we fly them. Right?
Absolutely,
and that's why there are airline. That's why there are airline on Let's Talk Hookup here, and really very thankful for them to be supporting us as well as being there for us to fly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They go where we like to go, so that's a good thing.
They go to all the good spots.
Exactly.
Hawaii, Mexico,
Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska. I guess they're going to start flights to Costa Rica soon.
They were the first, international big carrier to come in and service Cabo San Lucas. That needs to be said. So they were the ones who really helped put us on the map.
Yeah.
Alaska.
How are you getting a Kingfisher in 2 weeks, Rick?
Yeah, the only way I would ever go, and that's through Alaska.
On Alaska Airlines, right straight through Seattle. So, as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today. Lots to talk about.
You're not kidding, boy. Lots of fun and just really good info, and we're going to get to talk about my favorite place in the whole world, and that's Rancho Leonero. And if you want to be a part of it, if you'd like to join us here on Let's Talk Hookup, talk to John. We'd really love to hear from you this morning. Again, 2 ways you can reach us here at Let's Talk Hookup. First is our local line, which is 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090. 1090, or you can reach us toll-free. Our toll-free number is 877-792-1090. One more time, 877-792-1090. And not only are we going to be talking to John all morning about the ranch and fishing down in Baja, fishing locally here, some great fishing going on. We've got great catch reports coming up today. We've also got just an awesome prize for one lucky caller at the end of the show today. It's like we're going back to the Christmas show. So one lucky caller at the end of the show today is going to get a brand new pair of Maui Jim sunglasses. And this is a very nice pair. It's called the Surf Rider, which is a very popular glass. We sell those at the tackle shop and really, really like them. One of the most popular pairs of Maui Jims we sell. It's the Surf Rider with the neutral gray lens and a black and blue frame. It's a really nice pair of Maui Jims, courtesy of our good friends at Maui Jim. And then in addition to a brand new pair of Maui Jims, as if that wasn't enough, you're also going to get 2 tickets to the big captain's meeting June 15th. Again,
Captain's reception.
Right, at the Valley High, and that, as we've talked about, is the kind of precursor to the big Tuna Wars event, where you're going to get a chance to go meet Paul Hebert, Dave Marciano, go rub shoulders with the boys from Wicked Tuna.
Just found out Bob Fletcher's even coming tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know Ryan and his dad are going to both be there, Grant Christensen, and it's going to be a really fun event.
Who's who in fishing there, in addition to Paul and Dave. The Wicked Tuna, Dave and the Wicked Tuna guys. Yeah, Paul's just a crack up. I mean, I've never met Dave. He seems like a nice guy. He's great on the show. He's really popular. But I can tell you, spending a little time with Paul Hebert and that laugh, it's a great day. It's a great opportunity for you to not only meet some cool guys, hang out with some cool guys, but also raise some money for a great cause, and that's Friends of Rollo, taking kids fishing. It's 5 to 7:30 on Monday, June 15th. That's 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Crazy.
You'll be in Sitka.
I will.
At Kingfisher Charters. I will. Catch it. You'll be just about that time. You'll just be getting back to the lodge.
Back to the room, maybe having a little hors d'oeuvre session.
Talking about your big halibut and your salmon.
That's probably the plan.
Yeah, for sure.
You know the drill.
Yeah. So you want tickets, you can buy them right online, RolloKids.org, RolloKids.org. It's only $25. And the money raised, again, goes to Friends of Rollo. Or you can buy tickets right now at Dana Landing in Mission Bay. Just go up to Dana Landing and say, I want to buy tickets to the Wicked Tuna Captain's reception on June 15th, and they'll sell you a $25 ticket right there at Dana Landing in Mission Bay. And you'll be able to not only meet these guys, but we're going to have a phenomenal raffle as well as silent auction where we have a chance to go fishing with those 2 guys in New England, in Gloucester.
So cool.
Yeah, going to be fun. So don't miss that.
Such perfect timing. I mean, you're talking that kind of later afternoon, sunset time. There's not a better place in all of San Diego to hang out at that time than the Valley High. It's just everything about that night is going to be rad. Yeah. It's cool. It's affordable. It's a fun place to go hang out and see the guys and do something fun and fishing. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
Mai Tai in one hand and Paul Hebert. So you can have Paul Hebert in the other man. Yeah, it's absolutely awesome deal.
All good. Well, hey, when we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls. Lots of great information coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
Get it all at Dana Landing in Mission Bay. It's truly the one-stop shop for a great day on the water. Looking for a fishing charter? Dana Landing had you covered with several boats, including the new Blackjack, perfect for 2 to 4 anglers, and the Impulse that will carry up to 6 anglers in comfort and style. Dana Landing has a huge tackle shop with everything you need to go fish bay bass, tuna, or marlin, plus expert anglers on staff to help. They even have Mexican and California fishing licenses and reel repair. The deli at Dana Landing is a local's favorite with all the food, ice, and beverages you need. When it comes to freshwater tackle, East County Bait and Tackle is the spot for a great day on the lake. The ultimate in rods and reels, the latest freshwater lures and live bait. ECBT has a staff second to none when it comes to sharing their passion for fishing. ECBT is at the end of the 67 freeway on Mapleview in Lakeside, and Dana Landing is right across from SeaWorld next to the Dana Launch Ramp in Mission Bay. Check DanaLanding.com for more details.
For over 5 decades, Lee Palm Sport Fishing has set the standard in long-range fishing that they pioneered long ago. The Red Rooster 3 sets a new standard of excellence. The Red Rooster 3 is one of the most modern, quiet, and fastest long-range vessels in the fleet. They have handpicked the finest crew to make your trip a memorable one. The Red Rooster 3 offers trips from 3 to 18 days and runs year-round to the best fishing spots on the planet. Ride the Red Rooster 3 once, and you'll be back again. Call the Red Rooster 3 at 619-224-3857 or see them on the web at redrooster3.com.
Turner's Outdoorsman, Southern California's #1 shooting, hunting, and fishing tackle retailer since 1971, is right in your neighborhood. Now 18 stores throughout Southern California and 3 in San Diego County. Turner's Outdoorsman brings you the best prices and selection, plus a knowledgeable staff that will help make your day on the water or in the field more fun. Stop by your neighborhood Turner's Outdoorsman. To find the location nearest you, check the web at turners.com and sign up for special deals and more.
When it comes to tackle storage, it's got to be Flambeau, with several new products designed just for anglers. Check out the new H2O soft tackle system, now available in 3 sizes, complete with Tufftainers, the finest plastic tackle storage containers with Z-Rust, which has proven to be the best protection against rust and corrosion. Flambeau Tackle System's new AZ Tackle System has flexible designs to match your type of fishing. And for travel, protect your rods with a tough bazooka rod carrier. Flambeau, available at Turner's Outdoorsman, Sport Chalet, and other fine tackle retailers.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know: CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest it's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere. Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
Hey, great show going on with John Ireland today from Rancho Leonero. We're giving away, what's your favorite pair of sunglasses?
Maui Jim.
Maui Jim, see? We're giving away, in John's honor, a pair of Maui Jim sunglasses, the Surf Rider, man. Those things are so awesome. And 2 tickets to go to the captain's reception at Valley High on June 15th. That's the Wicked Tuna Captain's reception. Got to get that East Coast Gloucester accent down. You know? Gloucester accent down. I know a guy that can do a pretty good impression.
I bet you.
Yeah, indeed. Well, hey, look, wait a minute. Look who's on the line. Is that really Gary Barnes-Webb calling us live from Rancho Leonero?
Well, like I say, he's been down there, so he knows.
Yeah, he knows what's going on. Good
Absolutely.
morning, Gary.
Good morning, guys.
What's up, Gary?
Nice to hear from you.
Buenos dias,
Yeah, well,
Gary.
it's actually quite nice to call in when the fishing is good, you know.
I love it,
Makes it
man.
a lot
Just
better.
in time for the Let's Talk Hookup tournament a week from today.
Yeah, it looks like you guys have struck gold. You know, we're really fully into the fishing season right now. You know, everything seems to be going off to a certain extent. The weather's just unbelievable. Flat, calm seas all week. And it's really got hot this week. It's been a big change around. You know, in the mornings it's kind of chilly going down to the boat. So this week it's been warm. So it's really turned around.
Awesome.
These conditions are made for really good marlin bite too. You know, they've been catching a few blues off the south end of Sorolva this week. There are plenty of stripers around, some good size ones. You know, 175 is pretty common for a striper at the moment. Really nice fish. The best area probably off La Rivera, which is pretty normal this time of year. But they are spread all over the East Cape. You know, if you're out ranging for tuna, you're just as likely to run into a marlin. The Dorado came on the bite strongly this week. You know, we had pretty slow Dorado fishing apart from that 70-pounder last week.
That was crazy.
Yeah, unbelievable fish for a guy who never caught a saltwater fish.
Yeah, biggest. I think it's the biggest one we've ever taken at the ranch.
I saw the picture of you guys, you know, with the 2 gentlemen on the dock there at the ranch, and like the fish basically hung. Oh, the fish was like wider than the dock was.
It's always like that. The biggest fish is always the rookie. You know,
Yeah.
It seems like
beginner's luck.
I've never seen one that big in all my years down here. You know, that's the biggest I've seen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the biggest one we've ever taken at the ranch.
70.
Yeah, 70.
Yeah.
I think world record's what, 82?
I don't even know.
It's big. Yeah, that's a big fish.
70 is a giant one. The
Yeah,
head,
they're marlin size, you know, when they get
Yeah.
up in 70s like that.
the head on that thing is the size of a coffee table.
Tell us about the yellowfin fishing, Gary.
And the guys ran into yellowfin all week this week. In the beginning of the week, they were about 40 miles off. They were finding fish. And then towards the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they were real close. I mean, they ran into some fish as close as 5 miles off the lighthouse in La Rivera. Good fish, 30 and 40 pounders. But yesterday, some boats went out, and I got this from Chris at the smokehouse. They got a 187 and a 175, about 25 miles off La Rivera yesterday. 2 good fish. So that's good news for the tuna fishermen. They fish all over, different schools, and holding different sized fish. So that's really good news.
That's really good news.
The rest of the boats, a lot of the boats were doing inshore. I mean, the inshore fishing's been phenomenal. There have been a lot of pompano. As you heard last week, Bart Wool and them got stuck into the amberjacks. So there's Cabria, amberjacks, Pargo. And while you're fishing the bottom, it hasn't been unusual to see wahoo and dorado circling the boat. So a lot of the guys have been fly lining a caballito there while they fish the bottom, and they've been picking off some good dorado and some wahoo even. So all around, the fishing's been pretty good. In my fish report, I omitted to mention the rooster fish for some reason, but there have been some really good rooster fish as well. Kind of not as red hot as it normally is this time of the year, but I'm expecting some really big fish anytime soon. Normally June is the month for the big ones, but it's been not peak for the big ones, but we're expecting them any day now. But all in all, excellent fishing. I mean, there have been wahoo this week, dorado, tuna. There's something for everybody. That's the bottom line.
Absolutely. Sounds great. Can't wait to come down and hang out with you, Gary, and hang out with John and Jennifer and the whole ranch crew down at Rancho Leonero. It's just like coming home. I wish I could spend more time down there. It's just every time I go,
we look forward to seeing you all next week.
Yeah, for sure. Well, if somebody wants to come down, how do we get a hold of you?
Well, I think the best thing is to log on to our website, rancholeonero.com. That's the best way. You can see some of the pictures. You might see a picture of that big dorado. Or you call into our 800 number, 646-2252.
All right. Thanks, Gary. We'll see you
on
Gary.
Sunday. See you Tuesday.
Our group's coming in Saturday, and I'm gonna do the show and then jump on Alaska Airlines and head on down on Sunday. So I'll see you Sunday afternoon. All right. Very good.
Okay,
Gary's such a great guy. How long's Gary been with you?
Gary's been with us. He came on board in 1999. So that makes him 16 years.
And you met him.
He's a younger employee,
right?
He's one of the new guys.
He's one of the new guys.
Yeah. You met him in South Africa.
I did. He was my PH, my professional hunter on safari in Africa, in Botswana and South Africa.
Wow.
And Jennifer and myself, we got to know Gary real well. He's interesting history. He has a business degree, has Bachelor of Science in Business. They call it, I forget what commerce, a degree in commerce from Rhodes University there. And he was a big farmer, had thousands of acres of farms, and was a PH, a professional hunter as well. So he covered all the bases, good businessman, and got along well with people and everything. So, it took me 4 years to talk him into coming over from Africa, and had things not been so abysmal there, I'd have never talked him into coming over to Mexico. But he's been a real boon for us.
He's just a great guy.
He made a great home. He has a construction company as well, and builds beautiful homes and structures. He's actually working on the main contractor now in the marina south of us.
Wow.
The Marina. So real handy guy, very skilled, and we're lucky to have him.
Yeah, for sure. Good man to have around, and a lot of fun to have a beer with us.
Yeah, he's a great storyteller. And I'll tell you, there's never a time where there's not other Africans visiting. We're little South Africa is what we are.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It really is.
Indeed. Well, let's jump into the jam-packed phones. They've been packed since the start of the show here, so let's get to it.
You're not kidding, bro. How about we started off this morning with Keith, and Keith is calling us from Mission Viejo. Keith, thanks for getting us started here on the phones here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, fellas.
Good morning, Keith.
Good morning, Keith.
I just wanted to call in and give John some props. I've been a San Diego long-range guy for longer than I care to say, 40-some-odd years. But, I've always heard about Rancho Leonero, and this January I finally booked a spot down there and took my wife and another couple, and we just had a great time. We just went in May 1st through the 8th, and John was down there and was very gracious to us.
Yeah, we went fishing.
Yes, John took me out on his boat. And,
absolutely. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, absolutely, John. He got me a nice rooster, but before that, I went out with Santos, and my buddy and I both got, I got a 40 and a 50, I believe, and my friend got a 60 fishing down there by the past the lighthouse.
Wow. And that was when the fishing was a little slower.
Yeah, the fishing was slower. Now, the fishing wasn't very good at all.
Oh, but that sounds pretty good to me.
It really wasn't. They say the same. That's rad, Keith.
We, that was a bucket list item. I'd never caught a rooster fish, and gosh, first morning out, Santos put us on, 40 to 60 pounders, so we were very happy. But, I just got to say, it's just a great place to go, and, we, one of the highlights of the trip was we rented a quad, a four-seater, and just took off from the ranch. The galley or the kitchen people stocked us up with drinks and food, lunch, and and an ice chest, and we just took off and went south, and we went down past the lighthouse, that big crescent-shaped beach down there, and I mean, there was not a soul in sight for a mile in either direction, and the women just loved it. We sat there on the beach and just had a great time, and so there's a lot more to do than just fishing. And anyway, I just want to call and say thanks, John. We really enjoyed it, and congratulations on the baby. I know you were getting ready to leave right when while we were still there, so I was happy to hear about that.
Oh, thanks, Keith. Thanks for calling in. Yeah, hope to see you soon. We had fun. We had a good day out there. Awesome. That was one of the first days on the new boat, too.
There you go.
Yeah,
we were breaking it in.
Beautiful boat, man, and thank you for that. I really enjoyed it. So
no problem, Keith. Thanks for calling.
Hope to see you
soon, buddy.
Next year. Thank you.
All right. Hey, so is that new boat available for charter? Or is that
Absolutely.
Your own boat?
Yeah. Well,
what's the name?
It started out as my personal boat,
but now it's getting popular.
Yeah, El Jefe, of course,
for
the boss.
Okay,
that's cool.
Yeah,
all right.
I figured I'd name one El Jefe.
And so, what is it?
It's a 31 lures. It's
twin
one of the newer
diesel?
lures. Yeah, twin diesel. It's twin 360 Cummins. Yeah, fast boat. It's a fast boat, and it's rigged. It's got everything. And all the bells and whistles. It's got air conditioning up. It's got a cuddy cabin. It's not a small. It's a spacious cuddy cabin up in front that's air conditioned, and it's got all the electronics, and we do kites. We do everything that all the larger boats, that the Gen Reds, and it's a little bit less money. It's $850 a day.
That's a bargain.
Yeah, it's a little bit smaller boat, but not much, and it's a nice boat. It's set up well. So,
beautiful.
Yeah, and we're like I say, I was buying actually the boat for me, and then I decided I'd put it in the fleet and help pay for it, cut the expenses, and it's gone out last 11 days in a row.
Yeah, there you go.
With gas, so
and catching fish.
I'm already looking for another one.
Yeah. Now Keith mentioned quads, and certainly one of the fun things to do is ride cautiously, I might add, along the beaches and the back roads of Baja on quads. Very popular thing to do on the days you're not fishing.
Right, and a lot of people do. It's one of the few places in the world you can still get away with it.
Yeah.
Truth is, it's not exactly legal, but no one's enforcing it. And
it's semi-legal.
Yeah, the authorities
Legal-ish.
kind of key on the businesses in the area, and they'll kind of do what we ask them to do. And as long as the volume stays reasonable and all, and people are just fishing and all that, then we really have no problem with it. The problem in the past when we enforced it, there was a time about 10 years ago when we actually had to put our foot down, was when we had lines of 50 or 60, quads.
Well, they were bringing groups up from Cabo, right?
Yeah, bringing groups from Cabo.
Yeah.
And it was doing these guided tours and all that. It was crazy. It was turning the beach into a highway is what it was. So once that cut back, and everybody knew it was the ATV rental places that were at the behind all that. Once we got a moderation, and they got a few of those confiscated and everything, now it's back to normal. And as long as it's a moderation, then there's absolutely no problem. And people, like I say, it's one of the few places in the world, like Keith mentioned, you go down to the lighthouse, and there's absolutely nobody around, so everybody can take off all their clothes and go skinny snorkel and do whatever they want to do. And I do it myself all the time. It's great. It's one of the few places in the world where you can really still do things like that.
So if you want to, you can arrange that right through the hotel.
Yeah, we do. What we do is for liability reasons, my insurance company's just all over me. So what we do is we give you the phone, we dial it for you, and then you make the reservation.
You make your own reservation.
And then they deliver them to the hotel.
They bring them right to the hotel.
Deliver them right there.
Okay.
We try to stay out of the middle. We don't make any money and all that as best we can. But it's something fun for everybody to do, and it's real popular.
Yeah,
everybody
very
enjoys it.
It's
a cool thing.
You bet. Well, let's jump back into those phones, Rick.
You got it, man. How about this time we talked to Tony calling us from Carlsbad this morning. Hi, Tony. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, Rick. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Tony.
Sure can,
go ahead.
Tony.
Oh, fantastic. So, as you know, I've been preparing for this trip that I just finished up last week at Cabo for quite a while, and I want to give you an update on it. The first day out, first of all, it was arranged through Cast Tours. I fished with Gordo Banks Pangas. Had a fantastic time. Both days I fished with the captain was Tony as well. First day out, I learned all about a Jack Caravel and how hard they pull. We got a couple of those. On the first day, a bunch of bonita, skipjack. And, of course, there was a good population of pilot sharks. And then Thursday, the second day out, I hooked and landed and released 2 beautiful striped marlin. And Tony got one as well, but shook it off. But either way, we had a fantastic time. Or I had a fantastic time, and I wanted to say thank you for all the help that you gave me. The weather was perfect. The facility that Cass set me up with was absolutely perfect. The interesting thing was all of our marlin strikes, everything was caught off a local bait for 2 pesos a piece of moonfish. And that was the hot ticket the days that I was down there. But I wanted to call and say thank you for all the help and patience.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, glad you had such a great trip, Tony.
Yeah, and Cass Tours, what do you say about Richard Castaner from Cass Tours? He's the best. And,
he's the best.
You're going to book something, you just call Cass Tours. They take care of everything.
Amazing how well he is at setting up little details, transfers and things. You know, wherever it is, maybe if it's wherever your destination is, might be a place that's not well known for, things happening in timely fashions, and somehow when something's set up through Cass, everything just seems to work right.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's enjoyable to talk to and everything, too. He really is.
Yeah, you nailed it. There was nothing that there was no unpleasant surprises. Everything went really smooth. And, it was game on down there, as you told me.
Good for you.
Good for you, Tony.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot for the call this morning. Let's go ahead and jump back in the phone.
You got it. How about this time we talk to Don? Don's calling us from Woodland Hills this morning. Hey, Don, welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for taking my call. John, first of all, I'm navigating through your webpage. Really, really impressed.
Thanks, Don. Appreciate that.
My question for you, John, is my wife and I are coming down in October. We're staying with some friends at a private home, but was wondering 2 things. One, would it be possible for us to stop by the ranch and take a look at it for planning future trips? And then 2, could you talk a little bit about fishing off the beach there?
Sure. Well, first of all, of course, you're welcome to come over to the ranch anytime you like, and we're open, and we've got good food and a great bar. Probably the best margaritas, I think.
No doubt about it.
There's no probably
about that. And the food, too,
Yeah.
is amazing. You want to come and have lunch or dinner, even you can come and make reservations, right, and have dinner?
You have to, breakfast and lunch, you don't have to make reservations. No. Dinner, you just call over and make reservations at the front desk. And
we're going to plan that.
Yeah, the food is really good. I ate in there all meals myself. So
if you're there on Saturday night, rib night,
you're really going to dig it, John. It's a lot of fun.
And there's a lot of nice people around too. You'll meet a lot of nice people at the bar there. Fishing off the beach, it couldn't get any better. Right there off the point. It's a lot of structure, a lot of fish. It's probably as good a rooster fishing right in front of the hotel as anywhere on the East Cape. And a chance to catch amberjack, pargo, you name it. I mean, just loads and loads of fish on that point right in front of the hotel. So your chances of catching fish off the beach you're going to catch fish off the beach for sure. So the prior caller mentioned skipjack, and I just might mention that too. There's just loads of skipjack around, and they're pretty close inside, about a mile off the beach. So it's not right on shore, but if you want skipjack, I mean, literally as many as you want. The fly fishermen are just killing them.
Having a great time.
Just killing them. But great fishing off the beach, and like I say, any way we can help you, come by, and I can point you in the right direction or take a look at your equipment or whatever you need done.
All right. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way, including check in with the catch report. We're going to find out about all the great fishing that's going down up and down the beach. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
This is Captain Tim Ekstrom from the long-range vessel Royal Star. With my partners Randy Toussaint and Brian Sims, we have set the bar for the long-range fishing experience. A spring 8-day, summer 5-day, or a fly-down, fly-back 11-day winter trip, we deliver the highest quality long-range voyage you will find. From our premium RSW fish storage to our top-of-the-line chefs and crew, Royal Star distinguishes itself from all others. Want to grab a spot on the Royal Star? Check us out at RoyalStarSportFishing.com or call Tracy at 619-224-4764.
Good morning, it's Whitney from Mammoth Lakes, California. Come on up, the water's fine, is what the Eastern Tier is touting. And in Mammoth Lakes, it's much more than just the water. This summer, our 4 lakes will be stocked with almost 16,000 pounds of healthy fighting trout. From fishing and biking to hiking and horseback riding, there's a legendary story waiting for adventurers of all ages in Mammoth Lakes. Start planning your next adventure at visitmammoth.com. That's visitmammoth.com.
Imagine being home in the morning and fishing yellowtail and calicos at Cedros Island by the afternoon. Now you can with Cedros Adventures. Experience world-class yellowtail and calico fishing aboard comfortable pangas with local captains that know the island hotspots. Stay in Cedros Adventures' own private waterfront hotel and experience first-class meals and service with pickups in L.A., Orange, or San Diego County. You hop aboard a scheduled flight to Cedros Island to begin an incredible experience. Trips are all inclusive and offer old world hospitality and fantastic fishing. Cedros Adventures. Call 310-435-6353 or check cedrosadventures.com for rates and more information.
It's time to talk about great gear from Shimano and bluefin tuna, yellowfin tuna, yellowtail. Whether it be on this side of the border or down at Rancho Leonero, there's one reel that shines, and that is the Talica 12 2-speed by Shimano.
No question, man. If it's that bluefin that's going on right now, there is not a more perfect reel you can buy for that Talica 12. It's compact, it's small, it fits in your hands very well, but huge amounts of drag. It gets really good line capacity, especially when you fill it with like a 65-pound Power Pro. Very lightweight spool, so it's got good casting. Gearbox is rounded. It fits in your hands very well. It's the perfect reel. Small, but still capable of taking fish well in excess of 100 pounds.
Yeah, it's an amazing reel. Power, versatility. It's got all. You fill it with some Power Pro, and you've got a reel that can catch a 100-pound tuna or a 10-pound
Exactly.
tuna.
Yeah, that's exactly
and everything in between. So check it out, the Shimano Talica 2-speed reel at your local Shimano dealer.
For local and long-range fishing, the Islander out of Fisherman's Landing is a favorite among seasoned or novice anglers. But Islander Charters is much more than great fishing. They also do incredible Guadalupe white shark diving trips as well as a schedule of kayak mothership trips. You need to check out the Islander on their website, islander-charters.com. The Islander is San Diego's leader when it comes to 2 to 5 day fishing. Watch the website for trips and adventures available. Experience the Islander difference. Visit islander-charters.com for all the details.
XEPRS 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Padres.
Oh my gosh, this club is playing fantastic baseball.
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Indeed. Hey, speaking of tuna and catching tuna, check out the new recipe on our Angler's Table section. You can access it on the front page of our website, hookup1090.com, or on the blog page. It's fennel-crusted tuna with wilted cabbage and orange soy sauce. Actually, my wife Lolly made that with some bluefin tuna that we recently acquired.
That looks
and
really
I
good.
said, can we have that stuff
Yeah.
the next night? It was unbelievable. And it was actually an adapted recipe that she got from one of the cookbooks that she has. But try it if you have some yellowfin or some bluefin.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
That looks so good.
It's so good. So, and
awesome.
as well as a lot of, you look at some of the recipes that we've collected on our Angler's Table page. If you just go to our website, hookup1090.com, on the blog section, just go to the Angler's Table. Lots of recipes, quite a collection coming up there, including that new one. Fennel-crusted tuna with wilted cabbage and orange soy sauce. Really tasty. Also, today is the last day of our big sale on our website, hookup1090.com. On the shop page, we have AFCO travel shirts on sale, our custom cedar plug. The 100% cotton zip hoodie is basically our cost. AFCO Performance shorts and our hats and the tuna logo, the yellowtail logo. Limited quantities. Today is the last day of the sale. You can save some big bucks. Just go to hookup1090.com, go to the shop page, and order up $50 or more. You get free shipping in addition to the sale.
All right. Well, hey, with that, it's time to find out what's biting out there. Today, the Catchport, sponsored by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Summer fishing means it's time to call Fisherman's Processing. If you're on a private boat, call them the day before you go to make arrangements so that you can drop your fish off right at their dock, or after hours, you can drop your fish off in one of their slush bins. Basically, you call them ahead of time, you get a tag, get a lock combo, and you get to put your fish in their slush bins after hours. It's such a cool way to do it.
Great.
You can drop your tuna off, you can drop your yellows off, whatever it is that you have. mark all your fish, drop them off in the slush bin, and then the next day or when it's convenient for you, swing on down to Fisherman's Processing, and your entire catch will be in perfectly trimmed, perfectly portioned, vacuum-sealed bags, the way you want it done right. Only Fisherman's Processing. They just do such a good job. If you want more information, you can friend them on Facebook at Fisherman's Processing, or for more details, check fishermansprocessing.com. Let's start over at Dana War Sport Fishing. We got Shane on the line this morning. What's up, Shane?
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, Shane.
Hey, lots going on at Dana Wharf.
No, yeah. We'll jump into it here. Well, considering our zone was pretty much void of any of that yellowtail up until last week, we've been able to get a shot at some really nice kelp patty fish. Greatest fish has been really nice, 20, 30-pound fish. As to be expected, not every kelp's been holding fish, but nonetheless, you find the right kelp, and it's been pretty fun. The guys that have been most productive as far as that goes have been the guys fishing the 30, 40-pound test. Their fish are no joke, and they've been getting them on that fly line sardine or mackerel. These nice fish have no problem taking down that larger mackerel. So it's been really interesting out there. It's been exciting every day getting out on the water. We've seen signs of that bluefin relatively close. We haven't gotten it quite to bite for us yet. Possibly this week. We'll have to see. Time will tell. Hopefully that stuff settles down and makes its way around our sector around here. So, and then we got our half day running every day too. It's been great bass fishing along the kelp beds there. Tons of action, tons of life in the kelp bed. Seen some yellowtail in the kelp bed. Some smaller stuff, not as big as the stuff offshore, but certainly a chance at that in the kelp bed. And the bass fishing's been just off the hook. Great bait lately. Weather's been nice, so it's been real exciting out here. If you guys want to get out on the water, get on one of our boats here, you can call our office direct, 949-496-5794. You can look us up at DanaWarSportFishing.com. And if you'd like to save a couple bucks, maybe on one of our boats, you can link us on the Let's Talk Hookup page there.
Shane. Right on the front page of the Let's Talk Hookup website, hookup1090.com, click on the Dana Wharf banner, and you save some big bucks.
Yeah.
And that's so cool that you guys offer that even in prime season like this. So thanks very much for that for our listeners.
Shane, you guys that's an awesome job. Great report. Glad to hear there's such good fishing going on at Dana Wharf right now. And with as good as it was last week, we've got a really nice week of weather coming our way. I think it's going to get really good this upcoming week.
Yeah, it should be pretty interesting.
Shane, great job. Appreciate our report. We'll look forward to talking to you next Sunday.
All right, guys, have a good week.
All right, thanks, Shane. All right, the king of the San Diego Bonefish is on the line, Captain Al Clowers. Good morning, Al.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, John. Buenos dias.
Good morning, Al. Buenos dias.
Catching them, huh?
Yeah, hey, it's been a real exciting week. I go where the people want to go, and I had a couple groups in the back bay, with some kids. And I'll tell you what, the bone fishing is as good as I've ever seen it. I mean, the other day, that's why I called you, Pete. It's just amazing. You can go out in an hour and a half from the right tide and catch 20. We caught 25 in an hour. And it's just crazy, anchor, get a little chum going. You got to have that tide moving. I'm fishing them in really shallow water, like 5 to 6 foot of water, and it was just amazing. I got some good video. I'm trying to put another bay video together. But anyway, the bay's biting, the inshore stuff's biting. The oil was biting really hard yesterday morning, even though there was 65 boats on the tip. And, the offshore stuff is happening now. I was out on Thursday, and we had bluefin all around us, and we did hook 2 and got 2 on the deck. So, just 30 and 40 pounders, but it's full on offshore fishing. The yellowtail moved from the islands, which is a good thing, right when they did the visa thing. So they're all up in American waters. Yesterday was a big bunch of fish up in La Jolla. I was up on a trip. Guys wanted yellowtail yesterday, and I rolled up there, and I knew it was going to be a zoo, but I kind of anchored up on the outside of everybody and got the fish over to the boat. And we got 5 nice ones, and they lost 3 or 4 of them as well. But I can't say enough about the fishing from the back bay to outside fishing that's wide open. The boat's ready to go, and I do have some trips available this week. I have 3 on the books, so there's some days open, and we got some beautiful weather.
This week is some unbelievable weather this week.
To go.
Not necessarily in the sky. We still have our June gloom, which June will be tomorrow. So it'll officially be not May gray, but June gloom. But the weather, no wind, and just fantastic conditions there.
Yeah, yesterday I was out, and it was a little, it's not cold at all, but I mean, I was telling the clients, and it's a little damp, but I was telling the clients,
It's
I said,
not
hey,
cold if
rough?
you live in Alaska. If you live in San Diego, it's cold to us, right?
Yeah. A light jacket or Gore-Tex clothing on your legs, and you're good to go. But
flat ocean.
Yesterday was epic. Flat ocean yesterday. It came in at 3 o'clock, and it was just like, man, I didn't really want to come in. It was just so nice out there. So.
Well, cool, Al. Well, how does somebody get a charter with you? Really reasonable rates and a great guy to go fishing with. Captain Al Clowers, whether you want to catch the famous San Diego bonefish or a yellowtail off of La Jolla, how do we catch you?
You can give me a call directly at 619-800-FISH. Go to my website, CaptainClowers.com, or go over to Let's Talk Hookup and find me on there, Pete.
All right. Thanks, Al. CaptainClowers.com, or you can link that right on the Let's Talk Hookup website. We'll talk to you in a couple weeks, Al. Thanks for the
Okay, you guys have fun in this.
All right.
Thanks, Al. All right, let's hit the surf zone. The surf guru, Gundy Gunderson, is on the line. What's up, Gundy?
Hey, what's up, gentlemen?
Hi,
Gundy.
Ooh, busy week. I got to speed through this. There's a lot going on. Real good surf action there, guys. Let's start up north. Unfortunately, that little stretch of Gaviota's still closed. Oil spills, there's always more oil than they first say, and it always takes longer than they first say it's going to take them to clean it up, but they're working on it. But still good action up there. Hook, line, and sinker reported excellent perch action this week. East Beach, Goleta, Halama kicking out fish to 1.5 pounds. Real good perch right there. Santa Barbara Sport Fishing Club, little club up there, had a day at the beach with kids, parents, the whole deal. They reported very good action on perch. As a bonus, school of striped bass moved through, and they landed half a dozen fish from 17 to 21 inches, throwing the small lucky craft at the striped bass. Real neat kind of outing for the whole group there. Wiley's reported excellent mixed bag fishing in the rocks. Strip squid was the ticket. Calico bass, grass rockfish, cabezon, nice leopard sharks in the mix there. Very good fishing. Just Fishing in Redondo reported a good lucky craft bite on Torrance Beach there. Spoons, hard jerkbaits working on fish to 10 pounds. And unfortunately, this area had a 6-mile section of beach closed due to tar balls. And they're not sure if the two are related, but hopefully they take care of that too. Big Fish in Seal Beach reported big schools of striped bass at the 72nd place jetty. That's the jetty on Alameda's, the entrance to Alameda's Harbor. And these guys reported like acres of striped bass. The guys were able to get on the fish when they got tight. They were 4 to 6 pound fish, and they were eating 5-inch white swim baits, and they said there was just a gob of fish. They were pushing sardine, pushing smelt right into the jetty there. Spot fin bite continues strong off Seal Beach Pier. Fresh mussel has been the ticket for spot fin to 5 pounds. Hogan's in Dana Point reported the Colbina bite picking up north of the harbor. Anglers fishing 6-pound fluorocarbon, a lugworm, and a stealth approach are landing fish to 3 pounds on the incoming tide there. Pacific Coast and Oceanside reported the bite in the bays and lagoons continues excellent. The shop reported at least a dozen legal fish checked in this week, with several more reported. Live smelt still the go-to bait for those better fish. 11-pound, 15-ounce still leads the Derby, and today's the last day of the Derby, so that might be the fish to do it. But, boy, what a nice mixed bag of fishing. And don't ask me where those striped bass came from. Just go after them.
Yeah. Just know they're there and go make it happen.
Sounds
Gundy, that's
so good, Gundy.
So cool.
All right.
And, neat deal. It's just going to be an interesting year all around, I think.
Certainly is. Thanks, Gundy Gunderson, our surf guru extraordinaire. We'll talk to you next Sunday.
Always a pleasure, gentlemen. Have a good week.
All right. Thanks very much.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. First time we've had an open phone line since the start of the show. If you want to get through, this is your shot. 877-792-1090. It's open right now for Let's Talk Hookup when we come back on the Mighty 1090.
Many years ago, Baja pioneer Bob Van Wormer found the area he called the Great Fish Trap in the East Cape of southern Baja and built what is now regarded as the premier East Cape resorts of Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Today, following in their father's footsteps, Bob's sons, Bobby, Chucky, and Eddie, have taken Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol to new levels with the largest sport fishing fleet in Mexico, a luxurious spa, and top-of-the-line resort amenities. Van Warmer Resorts have become a destination for travelers worldwide. But for us, Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol are just a short 2-hour flight away. No other tropical fishing destination offers the experience and value that you'll find at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Now you can plan your Baja fishing vacation quick and easy by visiting VanWarmerResorts.com. And when you're ready to book, it's quick and easy. Or simply call 877-777-TUNA for more information. Van Warmer Resorts, the East Cape's finest.
My Angler H2O. I will scent my lure with pride. And hope my boss doesn't notice the tan. I will outmaneuver drought-exposed sunken boats and outlast the hard-fighting largemouth bass. I will save water at home for better fishing out here. And always wear my life jacket.
What's your H2O? Tell us at BoatCalifornia.com. The California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways reminds you to wear it, California.
It's time to get excited about fishing, and Point Loma Sport Fishing has everything you'll need. They offer half-day and three-quarter-day trips daily, perfect for families and the novice or seasoned fishermen. Point Loma Sport Fishing also offers overnight to multi-day trips, targeting the best of seasonal catches. Visit their website at PointLomaSportFishing.com, where you can purchase tickets online and get more information on the trips available. Or call 619-223-1627.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Padres.
Padres are playing some kind of baseball.
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Information is the key to success, and inside information is even better. When it comes to fishing, inside information is critical, and that's what FishDope.com delivers. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and save fuel. FishDope.com is the only SST service with a satellite oceanographic PhD on board, the only fish finding service with a spotter plane. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com boasts the largest code group anywhere, covering sport boats, commercial boats, and private boaters. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. What I'm telling you is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, good luck. Membership costs less than 40 gallons of gas for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, stay tuned for the special code to save $20 on a FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
Fisherman's Landing has been the choice of sport fishing anglers for decades, with the largest fleet of long-range boats worldwide, complemented by Southern California's finest charter and open party fleet. Now is the time to book your long-range trips and charters, plus half-day trips aboard the Dolphin. Go to Fisherman'sLanding.com and see trip availability, and even book your trip online. Stop by or call Fisherman's Landing in San Diego and book now at Fisherman'sLanding.com.
Are you as excited about spring fishing as I am? The water stayed warm all winter, which means it's shaping up to be one of the best seasons ever to get out on the water. It's also shaping up to be one of the best seasons ever to visit your Ford dealer. The all-new F-150s are starting to roll in. With over 100 new patents, it's guaranteed to be a game changer. The new Mustang also has everyone buzzing. You've got to check it out. And the new Fusion, Focus, and Escape are better than ever. Fuel efficient and loaded with technology. There's as much interest in these new Fords as there is in spring fishing. In fact, Ford was the most searched automotive brand on Google last year. And once again, it's America's best-selling brand based on 2014 calendar year sales, which makes Ford the brand more people search, buy, and buy again. There's a lot to be excited about this spring, whether you're after tuna, yellowtail, halibut, or a brand new Ford. So visit your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
At